Hello guys, and welcome to Locomotives of the Railroad. Not sure what I'm going to call this series yet. I'm going to call it something, but for now it's just going to be called Locomotives of the Railroad. So, yeah, this episode is going to be about the EMD SD70 Series. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video, because, I don't know, just enjoy it. So, the SD70 series started all back in 1992 in response to General Electric's C44-9W series of locomotive. These engines were equipped with the standard cab / Spartan cab common on older locomotives such as the SD60s, SD40s, and SD50s. But these engines looked almost the exact same as the SD60, with the difference being the HTCR radial truck being used on the SD70 rather than the HT-C truck under the SD60. However, the SD70s were also 1 foot longer than the SD60s. The 70s also ride slightly higher, as its frame is about 1.5 inches higher than the SD60s. This locomotive is equipped with DC traction motors, 4,000 horsepower, and a 16-cylinder EMD 710 prime mover. Railroads seemed interested in these locomotives, as 122 locomotives were produced for Norfolk Southern, Conrail, Illinois Central, and Southern Peru Copper Corporation. However, when Conrail was split by NS and CSX in May 1999, all 24 of Conrail's SD70s went to NS. Other than the paint scheme, all of these units were built to NS specifications and renumbered 2557 to 2580 in series with their SD70s. Production started in 1992 in EMD's London, Ontario shops, but ended in 1994. Canadian National eventually took over Illinois Central and got their fleet of SD70s. But in 2016, NS started their program to convert SD70s and SD80 Max into SD70 ACUs, and only a handful of standard cab SD70s are left on their system. This clip includes a CN SD70 leading and Illinois Central SD70 in the back. Next one they built was the SD70M. The SD70M has a wider nose and a larger comfort cab, which was a lot larger and wider than the Spartan cab. Two versions of this cab can be seen on these locomotives, the first being the Phase 1 cab, which was first place on the SD60M, and is standard on the SD8 Max and SD90 Max. The Phase 2 cab, which is a boxier design similar to the original 3-piece windscreen on the SD60M, which is shared with the Phase 2 SD90 Mac and SD89 Mac. The Phase 2 cab has a 2-piece windscreen like the Phase 1 windscreen, but the design of the nose is more box, with a taller square for more headroom. The locomotive is equipped with D90TR DC traction motors and the 710 G3B prime. I couldn't find any info about the time the build started, but it's the second most sold SD70 series locomotive, with 1,609 being produced. Union Pacific owns nearly all of these locomotives, as they made history when Union Pacific ordered 1,000 units of the model, numbered 4,000 to 49.99. The order was later extended by nearly 500 additional units. These were numbered 39.99 and below, and UP 5,000 and above. Norfolk Southern, CSX, and New York Susquehanna shared the rest of these locomotives. These engines were usually equipped with a K3 LA horn or a K5 LA horn. On to the next engine, though. After the remarkable SD70M was built, the SD70I was created. It was a version of the SD70M which has been fitted with a cab that is isolated from the locomotive frame with rubber, known as a whisper cab. The isolation reduces noise and vibration from the prime mover. A seam is slightly visible across the nose and on the long hood where the cab connects with the body. 26 of these were produced, all for Canadian National. The whisper cab was also incorporated into some SD70 Mac and later models. Union Pacific eventually got some of these as well. And here's another EMD gem, the SD70 Mac. Another build similar to the SD70M, the main difference being that the SD70 Mac uses AC traction motors, expressed in the MAC in the name. Production of this model started in 1993, competing against General Electric's AC4400 CW, which was also being built at that time. AC motors, while actually simpler and more reliable than DC motors, require expensive equipment to generate a variable frequency AC signal, raising the purchase cost and sustainability. The majority of SD70 Mac models were produced with the 4,000 HP EMD 710 prime mover, while later units were rated at 44,300 horsepower. The Alaska Railroad ordered their locomotives with head-end power to make them suitable for both freight and passenger service. They were the only railroad to do so. The SD70 Mac is no longer produced due to EPA regulations and has been replaced by the later SD70 Ace. Well, who cares about those anymore? Let's throw those out in the trash and head on over to the SD70 Aces. And here's the big daddy of the episode. The EMD SD70 Ace. EMD's home run locomotive. Built between 2004 and 2014 in the US, and 2004 and 2012 in Canada, the SD70 Ace was originally designed to comply with EPA Tier 2 locomotive emissions regulations. Beginning in 2012, newly built SD70 Aces were EPA Tier 3 compliant. Locos were equipped with the EMD 16-710-G3C-T2 prime mover, rated at 4,300 horsepower. Later Tier 3 models are rated at 4,500 horsepower. The SD70 Ace uses the cab design of the late model SD90 Mac-H units, which uses regular rectangular window glass and is externally different from the two cab variations used on earlier SD70M and SD70 Mac units. In 2008, EMD standardized the isolated cab design of the SD70 ACEs after non-cab isolated units were restricted from leading on BNSF railway due to excessive cab vibration. BNSF, CN, CSX, Ferromex, KCS, Montana Railing, NS, and UP purchased models. CSX purchased 20, but recently has gotten rid of them, but soon will be purchasing Tier 4 SD70 In 2006, Union Pacific numbered 6 of their SD70 Aces in the 1982, 1983, 1988, 1989, 1995, and 1996, and painted them all into special heritage schemes. 82 being painted in MP, 1983 being painted into WP, 1988 being painted into the Katy paint, 1989 being painted into Rio Grande colors, 1995 being painted into the CNW scheme, and 1996 being painted into the classic Southern Pacific daylight paint scheme. NS did the same with 10 SD70 Aces being painted into heritage colors, these being numbered 1065 to 1074. 2,091 units were produced, making them the most purchased EMD SD70 Series locomotive. Later SD70 Ace models include the SD70 ACU, which NS has been building, and the SD70 Ace Tier 4, which multiple railroads have been testing, as well as the SD70 Ace Tier 3, aka the SD70 AH, which Union Pacific has been purchasing a lot of. In 2017, UP unveiled Union Pacific 1943, the Spirit of the UP, and SD70 AH, renumbered from 9026. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of Railroad Locomotives. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on Rail Gamer Productions or the Railfan collab yet, but I'm going to put it on something. So I hope you enjoyed this video wherever you're watching it from, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which will probably be, in the series at least, we'll probably be talking about the differences between modernized General Electric wide cab locomotives featuring CryptoPilot. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.